is not so big. I think Ruslan Studio has the luxury of taking their time because they know what they're chasing. They don't have to go very big or very brutal from the very beginning. So I think they will be looking to get a sedate start, and with wickets in hand, they should be able to capitalize. Okay, first real shot in anger of the innings. It was another wild heave, but the batsman misses, and a moral victory for the bowler there. Didar has faced 3 deliveries so far and yet to get off the mark. And that's hit straight up in the air. That's an opportunity for a catch. And the keeper takes it and takes a tumbling catch. He might have just hurt himself there. I think he misread the flight of the ball and hence had to make up at the last moment. But in the end, all's well that ends well. He was able to take the catch. Didar goes back to the pavilion after facing 4 deliveries without troubling the scorers, and it's not the ideal start that Ruslan Studios wanted. Yeah, as we see the replay, it was a real wild slog from Didar. Had no timing on it, got the toe end of the bat, and because of the lack of pace on the pitch, he just couldn't get enough on it.
What a start this is for Laila Cricket Club. Getting a wicket in the very fourth delivery. Pressure straight away. Akash is the new man. Taking guard now. Excellent bowling. Not giving the batters any chance, any room at all. Also, I like the aggressive fielding setup. We don't see this too often in T20s. A maiden to start off. After one, it's none for one. Imon into the attack, and that's the ideal start that any bowling team would be looking for while defending a target.
Round the wicket to the right hander. Left arm fast bowlers are always very, very exciting to watch, especially in limited overs cricket.
Absolutely, and we don't see them too often in amateur level cricket, do we?
The question is, can he swing the ball back into the right-hander. That is the dream delivery for any left-arm fast bowler.
Third man.
Imon loading up for his third delivery. Again, the batsman goes down the ground, but is unable to time it, and hence it's only just a single. And both the fielders which are outside the ring are straight down the ground. There's a long off and a long on, so the bowler is bowling to his field.
That was a pitch, but that landed safely.
He's getting some very good movement of the pitch. He's actually swinging the ball back into the right-hander, and which makes it very difficult for the batsman to free his arms because the ball is swinging right back into the stumps. You cannot free your arms, so that's why left-arm bowlers are so effective in T20 cricket, especially with the new ball, the hard swinging new ball. So Arman has to watch out for that in-swinger. He cannot get his pad in front in the way of the ball. He has to stay clear of the ball.
Again comes back into the right-hander. An interesting fielding setup. We don't see long on fielder too often during the power play, particularly when there is a pacer bowling.
Ball swinging back in, they almost can predict that the batsman will be targeting that long on boundary, and they have got protection there.
Flicked away, that's running down fine. One bounce into the fence for 4. A very welcome boundary for Akash. 2 overs done. It's 7 for 1.
On working against him this time around. It swung too much and swung down the leg side. And the only thing Akash needs to do is put that on. And he gets an easy bounce.
Last wicket. চার রানটা না হলে কিন্তু দুই ওভারে 5 না এটা গালিতে ওকে শাবাশ রিয়াজুল আগের ওভারটা শাবাশ রিয়াজুল
New bowler introduced. It's Riazul, another quick armor. Straight to the man, no run.
সিঙ্গেল পারে না শাবাশ ইমন শাবাশ রিয়াজুল টাইট থাকি ভাই টাইট থাকে গুড প্ল্যান প্ল্যান অনুযায়ী হচ্ছে রিয়াজুল রিয়াজুল ভাই
I mean, it's surprising. I mean, the first over was a maiden wicket, so why would you change someone who picked up a wicket and didn't give away any runs? That is interesting. That's been guided away down to third man, but it's a missed field which results in a boundary. So that was very sloppy from the deep third man fielder. And Arman gets his first boundary, and the score moves to 11 for 1. Yeah, there was width on offer, and this time Riazul, he didn't go hard at the ball, he just looked to guide it for a single. It cleared the slip fielder, and the third man fielder just overran the ball, and hence couldn't cover up. Again, that's well bowled from Riazul. This time he's getting the ball to shape away from the right-hander, and all Arman could do is block it on the offside for a single.
been an eventful over so far. One misfield, one single. Oh, again, that's very well bowled from Riazul. They're getting the ball to shape away from the right-hander, and there's no real foot movement from Akash to really cover that swing. All he's doing is just throwing his hands at it. It's really quality bowling from Riazul. And at the moment, the two batsmen don't really have an answer for that seam movement and movement through the air that the bowlers are getting. It's a really quality fast bowling from both Riazul and Imon. Again, going seam up position, he's looking to get maximum swing from this new delivery. Down the leg side, and that will be a boundary. Now that was a poor delivery. I think, yeah, it's been given runs. Down the leg side, I think he looked to swing it from middle stump and hence bowled it down the leg side. And Riazul gets an easy boundary. All he needed to do was get a tickle down the leg side, and that's it. That's the easy boundary. Nine runs of the over so far, and we're loading for the last delivery. Can Ruslan'S studio make it big and get another boundary? Because this power play is very crucial. They have to capitalize on the fielding restrictions on offer. The bowler loses his run up there. Sometimes it can be very frustrating because you've ran all the way to the crease and had to pull up at the very last moment, which can be very exhausting and very frustrating for a bowler. Once again, it's bowled on the pads, and that's been picked up on the leg side so elegantly by Akash for a maximum to finish a huge over. 15 runs off it, and the score moves to 22 for 1 after 3 overs. Yeah, that over has really boosted the score. It was a very sluggish start. Only the first 2 overs only yielded 7 runs and a wicket. But Akash, the batsman, really capitalized in the last over and got 15 out of it. And Ruslan'S Studio's chase is back on track because they are up with the required run rate, which is just over 7.5 runs per over. And after 3 overs, 22, they are well on track of this chase.
Three overs done, 22 for 1. We have seen some lovely stroke play, particularly from the bat of Akash, trying to build up a momentum, trying to come back into the match. And it's Simon who comes back into the attack. Long on in position. And a third man. That's well bowled.
Again, Imon is shaping the ball back in from round the wicket. And that's been flicked away on the leg side for an easy boundary. With the field restrictions on play, there is no deep mid-wicket field, and hence it's the boundary from the bat of Arman. He too gets going in his innings.
From the bowling point of view, bowling it to the legs can be very tricky. and very risky because there is no protection in deep square leg or deep fine leg. Now there is a man in the deep.
Yeah, with the ball swinging back in, there should have been a deep square leg fielder from the very beginning. Now that's very well bowled. This time around, the swing was on the stumps.
Yep, some adjustments have been made in the middle. Deep square leg, deep. There's a long on also, and no fielder in the offside region.
You can understand that the bowler will be targeting the stumps with no offside sweeper covers in the deep. And he does so this time around, Imon. And Arman, he opens the face of the bat and gets a single. Again, Imon is looking to bowl to his field. He's targeting the stumps with two sweeper covers on the leg side. And Akash, let's see, can he capitalize? Oh, now that's well bowled. Just outside the line of the off stump, and that was very elegantly played by Akash, but straight to the fielder in the inner ring on the offside.
Single parana.
That's gone down the ground by Akash, and that is a very, very elegant shot down the ground for an easy boundary. There is no fielder, straight down the ground.
What a shot that is. Straight back over the bowler's head. No problem at all, no risks whatsoever, and a very welcome boundary. 9 runs of this over, and certainly Ruslan'S Studios are trying to build up a nice momentum. 31 for 1.
It looks like spin has been introduced in the attack. Ishan, who caused a lot of damage with the bat, is now coming on to bowl his left arm spinners. I think after the first wicket in the first over, the two batters kind of got used to the two fast bowlers bowling, and hence the captain realized that this is the right time to bring a bit of change in the attack and a bit of change of style. Ishan bowling his left arm spinners with the new ball. I don't think he's going to get much turn. He'll be looking to target the stumps and looking to target the pads, offering no width. That will be his main goal at the moment with the new ball.
Makes some room, wanted to go over extra cover, but only finds a fielder. It was uppish for a while, but landed safely.
Yeah, Arman anticipated that Ishan is going to bowl at the stump, so he tried to create some room to open up that offside, but just couldn't pierce the gap in the inner ring.
And he might be targeting the offside too often, just like that. And yes, he beats the man, and that goes for 4. As I was about to say that there is long on in position and deep square leg, so no fielder in the deep on the offside. So if you beat the man inside the inner ring, then an easy boundary. 4 more to Arman.
Yeah, he's manipulating the field, he's targeting the gaps, Arman. And Ishan now will have to bring some adjustments to his plans.
Much better comeback. Changes his line.
Again, cut right off the stumps, which is a bit risky, but the batsman Arman is willing to take that risk because he knows that if he can get through the offside, he will get runs and easy runs.
Well fielded once again. Yes, you rightly said. The previous delivery, he was trying to cut the ball. It was too close to cut. He's looking to attack the offside too often, and this is like a high risk, high reward.
A bit of words exchanged between the two batters. Maybe there could be a change of plan in this delivery by Arman. He might look to target a different path. I think that's what that's the advice that Akash gave him. Now that's bowled right onto leg stump. That was very well bowled. It was bowling it fast, bowling it quick, right onto the stumps, giving the batsman nothing, no room whatsoever to target that offside region.
And I reckon that was the message exchanged by the two batters. Don't just look for boundaries, look for singles as well. And that's good cricket. Rotate the strikes and decrease the pressure.
Ishan, he's not spinning the ball whatsoever. He's just looking to fire it into the stumps, into the pads, and restrict the batsmen from freeing their arms.
Good bowling and a very good over in the end. Just 5 runs coming off it. After 5, it's 36 for 1.
We're loading for the last over of the power play, and both Arman and Akash will be looking to take full advantage of this last over, because after this the fielders will be pushed back and hitting those boundaries will not be as easy anymore. So we hope to have an eventful over. Swung away on the leg side with a deep super cover. But because it's to its left, it gives the two batsmen ample time to come back for a second run.
Good running between the wickets. We haven't seen the batter running too many times. They're basically looking for boundaries, and that's what they should look in the power play. But rotating the strikes is also equally important.
Oh, Arman goes towards the long on boundary, but there is protection in the inner ring, and that leaves only a single. Yeah, the intentions are very clear. Arman is looking to hit very hard. He's not bothered about his balance or his timing. He's just looking to generate as much power as he can.
That's poor bowling, and he's been punished straight away. That was 4 from the moment the ball left the bat. Drifting down leg. Plus, of course, there is no fine leg outside the inner ring. So easy pickings and gifts for the batter.
So far of the first 3 deliveries, and the bowler Wallace Walid is under pressure at the moment. He needs to finish off well here. Once again, it's picked up by Akash on the deep leg side boundary for another huge 6. That is another very, very classy shot, which takes Akash to 29 of just 13 deliveries. Look at his strike rate. That is well over 200.
What a shot that is from Akash. Pure class. Just a flick of the wrist. Using the pace of the bowler. And a 6 and a 4 followed by a 6.
Once again goes for another big shot, but this time Walid was clever. He took the pace of the ball knowing that Akash is coming after him. He's going hard at the ball, and hence it was the right decision to offer him no pace.
That's expensive. Turning out to be a very expensive over. Already 13 runs of it. Both of the batters are looking very well settled. Particularly Akash, 29 of 14 deliveries. Down the wicket, but misses that one completely. Good over nonetheless, 49 for 1. Six over done. End of the power play. 49 for 1. The fielding restrictions should be lifted now. And just to remind you that the score was none for 1 after the end of the very first over. And then in the next 5 overs, they have managed to score 49 runs on the board. Great resilience.
Spin is back in the form of Ishan. With the end of the batting power play, I think that's the fielding team will feel a sigh of relief, because now they have the luxury of having 5 fielders outside the inner ring. And Ishan is taking his time, looking to set the field. Bowled 1 over so far, and he's bowled a very economical over of just 5 runs. And he's not really looking to spin the ball, he's just firing it into the pads of the batsman.
Good bowling, maintaining the stump corridor. Ishan, just to remind you that he played a wonderful cameo with the bat. Now he's got some responsibilities with the ball as well.
Yeah, again, the plan is very simple. Is to just target the stumps. Don't look to spin the ball. Bowl it fast and flat into the stumps. Once again, bowled into the stumps, and batsman flicks it away for a single, Arman, to get Akash back on strike. Now, the battle between Akash and Ishan is going to be very interesting, because Akash is not holding himself back. Will he take on the spinner? Because he has been very comfortable against the fast bowlers, but is taking on Ishan the right choice.
Leading edge. Good bowling from Ishan.
Again, flicked away on the leg side, but unable to get off strike Akash. So, not really looking to take on Ishan just yet, Akash. He knows that taking on the spinner might not be as easy with 5 fielders back on the boundary.
Once again, very good bowling. Throughout the entire game, spinners are doing a very good job in terms of controlling the run rate, in terms of being economical. And I believe that Laila Cricket Club should bring a couple of more spinners into the attack later on.
Once again, it's blocked by Akash, and that's just 1 run of the over by Ishan. That is a seriously good over, and it was much needed by Laila Cricket Academy, because they were conceding runs at a heavy rate. And after 7 overs, the score moves to 50 at the loss of 1 wicket.
Main ja.
Seven overs completed and another seamer introduced into the attack. It's A.R. Johnny opening his account. 50 partnership comes up between these two, Arman and Akash. 50 of just 38 deliveries. Pulls away, catches the call, but that falls just short of the fielder.
Yeah, I think the plan is very clear, is to go after the fast bowlers because they're offering more pace. And I think at the moment the pitch is playing a bit better because in the morning there was a lot of fog, there was a lack of sunlight, and the pitch had moisture. But at the moment it looks like that the extra heat has dried up the pitch and the ball is coming on better onto the bat. And Akash, having faced a lot of dot deliveries, will be fancying his chances.
In the gap. And that should be four.
No, that's a very classy looking shot through the offside by Akash. Hit that on the up, through the offside, a back foot punch to get a boundary.
He finds the gap with perfection. He's aware of where the fielders are. Not an easy shot to play, particularly when it is a short pitch delivery, not a fuller one. It wasn't over pitch at all, but on the front foot. Very well balanced shot.
Akash has looked very classy so far. He's moved to 33 of just 20 deliveries, striking at 170. Now that's an interesting shot. Went for a reverse pull, you can see almost. It wasn't a reverse sweep against a fast bowler with the keeper up. Now that's very, very interesting because I think there was an opportunity for a stump.
White ball signal though. Playing some unorthodox type of strokes is risky. You should be wearing a helmet while playing these shots because you'll be down on your knees and the ball will be very close to your head in these situations.
I think the keeper has come up to the stumps, I think, to restrict the batsman from going down the track. I think they've realized that Akash was batting outside of his crease, so just to keep him in his crease, it's a good ploy from the bowling side to get the keeper onto the stumps.
Edge, but safe. 4 runs. Another expensive over this is turning out to be. 10 runs of this over so far. And lucky runs.
Yeah, that is the negative side of having the keeper up to the stumps because that was an edge. If he was back, he might have had an opportunity to grab that, but because he's so close, means that any kind of edge, slightly thick, will run away for 4.
Come on.
Easily tucked that one away for a single. A 4 followed by a single. Good batting from Akash. He moves on to 38 of just 22 deliveries. 12 runs short of his half century.
Arman, I don't think at the moment needs to do much. All he can do is give the strike back to Akash. I think that is enough for the moment. But he doesn't listen to us. He goes for a big shot and gets another maximum. And the score moves to 67. And Ruslan'S studio are going great guns here in pursuit of 151.
They are looking very comfortable, aren't they? He pulled that one away. Looked very comfortable out there. Easily beat the man. And 6 runs. Swing and a miss. 17 of this over. What an expensive over this is. 8 overs completed. 67 for 1.
It's been a very, very good momentum shown by Ruslan'S studios so far. They're going at well over 8 runs per over. They're actually going more than the required run rate, because the required run rate at the moment is just 7 runs per over, but their current run rate is 8.38, so they're well above the required run rate. And the bowling side, Laila Cricket Club, is under the pump. They need wickets here. Ishan has bowled very economically so far. He's by far been the best bowler for Laila Cricket Club so far. He's back into the attack to stop Akash and Arman from launching big. Again, targeting the stumps, blocked away for a single, a quick single taken by Akash. So this is very sensible batting, because he knows Ishan has been the best bowler, so he can just block him out for singles and doubles. You don't have to go after him. Once again, that's a very accurate bowling from Ishan. He's determined to target the stumps. He doesn't want to get turned. He's not flighting the ball whatsoever. He's just bowling flat and fast into the stumps. And the two batsmen are also content and just blocking away for runs. I think Ishan might just have to look to toss one up here. So why not just look to entice the batsman to a big shot? You might just get a mistimed shot. Again, another dot delivery by Ishan. He keeps on building pressure. Now that is a very good delivery. Beaten the outside edge, and the keeper has taken the bells off. Now the question is, did Akash go out of the crease? It's been sent to the third umpire. It looks like Akash was well in his crease. The foot never really left the crease. Yes, the keeper got excited, but to be honest, I think this is going to be a very easy decision for the third umpire to make. And not out is the decision. Ishan once again. Again, very, very good delivery once again. He keeps on targeting the stumps, offering no width whatsoever to the batsman. He's by far been the best bowler for Laila Cricket Academy, because the others have really leaked a lot of runs, but Ishan has kept one end tight. Again, another good delivery to finish off the over. Another very, very economical over from Ishan. He's bowled 3 overs so far for just 8 runs. And the score for Ruslan'S studio after 9 overs is 69 for 1.
Let's talk about the bowling spell of Ishan. In his first over, he has just given away 5 runs. In his second over, he has given away just 1 run. And the last over that he bowled, he has given away just 2 runs. This is just a manifestation that how well the spinners are doing in this condition. So why not bring a couple of more spinners in? Don't just rely on the pacers. Depend on some part-timers if needed to. Rajiv comes into the attack, and another spinner finally introduced.
I think Laila Cricket Club has recognized that spin is the way to win on this pitch, and hence they're looking to take the pace of the ball. And Rajiv, who's been the second left-arm spinner today, has been introduced. I think he's been introduced a bit late because the batting team has already gathered a lot of momentum. I think he should have been introduced a bit early. Again, following the similar pattern of Ishan is to just target the stumps and go flat, straight, fast, offering no width, no real leverage for the batsman to get under. I think that is the simple plan for left-arm spinners, especially on this pitch, because the bounce isn't very high, so the risk of one staying low is very, very evident. Again, it's been pushed down the ground by Akash for a single.
Spinners are already doing a very good job. We can already see the results. The current run rate was 8.38 a while ago. Now it is around 7.5.
Again, it's very, very well bowled by Rajiv. All Arman could do is just put a dead bat to it and hit it straight back to the bowler. Spin.
Beautiful bowling. Just 2 runs of this over so far. 1 more delivery remaining. And Ruslan'S Studio, they are also not going for the big ones. They are chilling in the crease. I think it won't harm them as long as it repeats for 2 or 3 more overs. In the gap, 2 is the call. They are running hard. And there's a bit mix-up. Oh dear.
I think there was an easy 2 there. It's just that Akash or Arman wasn't aware of that misfielding or the slide that the fielder or the slip that the fielder had. If they had gone for it, I think it would have been easy 2 runs there. It's just that Akash was just not aware of it.
In the end, there was a slight mix-up between the batters. The throw was to the wrong end, so ultimately it ended up being just a single. 10 overs done, 72 for 1.
It looks like that the captain has decided to bowl out Ishan over here. He's coming in for his last over. Now, the question is, the last 2 overs, the batters have only got 5 runs. With the mind that this is the Ishan's last over, will they just block it out or will they look to go after it? Because the asking run rate all of a sudden is climbing. It's almost 8 runs per over now. So it's going to be interesting whether Arman or Akash is going to take on Ishan over here.
Their approach is clear, using his feet, and that has gone all the way for a maximum. What a shot that is, under tremendous pressure after 2 economical overs from the bat of Arman.
First time we've seen real aggression shown against Ishan, because he has been bowling very tightly and the batsmen were very content at just locking him for singles. But this time, Arman decided to put the pressure back onto Ishan.
Towards offside this time, just for a single though. Already it's turning out to be a very good over. They will be pleased with that by dealing with singles only right now.
Attack the bowler, all of a sudden he loses his length. Ishan was bowling quite full, but this time around he's dropped it short, and which has given more opportunities for the batsman to score runs. Like once again, bowled a bit short, and the batsman gets an opportunity to hit it to that deep, long off fielder.
Ishan was attacking a while ago, but this time he's now bowling a bit defensive. He's taking the singles, he won't mind those. He just wants to make sure that he doesn't concede a boundary. 8 runs of this over so far.
Yeah, I think if you had put Ishan under a bit of pressure from the very beginning, he might have crumbled. So I think the batting team have to give them credit for seeing off Ishan, but now in the last over they've decided to take him on, and all of a sudden Ishan is feeling the heat.
That's in the gap, but just a single taken.
Oh, that was very well bowled. That actually straightened from the pitch. First real sign of some turn by Ishan, because normally all this time he was looking to bowl very flat, very quick, but this time around I think he took the pace off and tried to get a bit of purchase of the pitch and was succeeding in doing so. If you look at the replay, it's the turn that beat the outside edge of the bat of Akash. It was a really well bowled delivery. Once again, it's bowled very slowly, and the turn once again beats the outside edge. Not just the outside edge, but also the off stump by a whisker.
Excellent comeback from Ishan. Ends off a brilliant spell. 4 overs, none for 17. 81 for 1.
We are here at the 9th match between Ruslan'S Studio and Laila Cricket Club. The tournament has been organized by Rajiv is coming in for his second over, and a similar pattern follows of targeting the stumps, bowling flat and fast. Arman, who's been batting on 39 of 31 deliveries, going at a very, very decent clip, is now that's a very interesting shot. He actually took that from the off stump and looked to flick it away on the leg side. That was very risky because he had missed that. That would have been plumb LBW. But Arman, at the moment, after 11 overs, knows that they've only lost 1 wicket. So taking some risks is the order of the day at the moment. Yeah, another dot delivery by Rajiv. So that's 3 dots in a row. All of a sudden, there's a little bit of pressure on Arman, and they need 70 of 51 deliveries with the asking rate around 8.2 runs per over. Another dot delivery. That's a very, very well bowled over so far by Rajiv. He's not offering the batsmen anything to free their arms. So the batsmen have been looking to make room and go through the offside, and that plan hasn't worked against Rajiv so far. So Arman might just be looking to change his strategy. Again flicked. towards the long on fielder for an easy single and brings Akash back on strike. Now Akash, will he look to attack Rajiv of the last delivery, or will he just look to play this over out? Again, Akash just plays it out for a single run over. This is very, very good bowling from Rajiv. The spinners are the ones who have really kept it tight. And the score after 12 overs is 82 for 1. Faisal is coming back into the attack. Sorry, it's actually Faisal's first over in this innings. Bowling with a very short run up. Arman slashes it away, and it's running away. And the third man fielder puts in a dive to stop the ball for going for a boundary. But that gives the two batters ample opportunity to come back for a second run. Faisal bowling from a very short run-up, unusual action. It's hardly putting any effort. And that's been hit away on the offside, just short of the short cover fielder. But a fumble allows the two batters to cross over for one run. And the asking rate now is actually climbing very rapidly. It's almost close to 9 runs per over now. And the two batters are now feeling the pressure. That's a seriously good shot from Arman. Straight down the ground for a massive 6. That releases a lot of pressure that was built in the last couple of overs. And that will make the batting side feel a sigh of relief, because that was really, really much needed. As you can see, Arman, he knows that the bowler is not bowling with any real pace, so it's safe to go down the track. Once again, the fourth delivery of the over. Bowled wide outside the line of the off stump, trying to keep it away from the hitting arc of the batsman, Arman. Score is now 90 for 1, and it's going down to the wire, this game, because 61 is required of the last remaining 44 deliveries, and we're here for a tight finish. Once again, a similar delivery by Faisal, bowling it wide outside the line of off stump, and Arman is unable to make contact. I think he's moving too much towards the leg side, hence he's not able to reach those deliveries wide outside the line of the off stump. Once again, at this time there's a nick through to the keeper, and there was actually some seam movement from Faisal which took the outside edge of the bat of Arman, and they've finally broken the partnership which wielded 90 runs, and this certainly brings Laila Cricket Academy back into the game, because the danger man is back in the pavilion after scoring 47. As you can see from the replay, he got some swing, got some movement through the air which took it away from the bat, and the batsman just wasn't able to make the requisite contact.
Rajiv comes back into the attack. 2 overs, 4 for none. Some excellent bowling display from the spinners. They have been very much economical. But last over, what an important breakthrough that was. They were building up a very solid partnership of 90 runs. The spinners did a very good job in terms of increasing the run rate. And then, with great swing, Arman departed last over. Looks to get connection and gets good connection. Plenty of that. 4 runs. Good start from Inzamamul Haq. 4 from the first delivery that he faced. He's not gonna hang about. Rajiv under pressure. Required run rate is building up 8.4. Big swing again, and that's gone a long way. Out of the park for a maximum. Inzamamul Haq is on fire. He likes taking on the spinners, and this time again. Another 6. Rajiv, he was bowling brilliantly, but he has given away 11 runs in his 3 deliveries. Goes for another one, but misses that one completely. Change of length. Good comeback. Record run rate is over 8, but Ruslan'S Studios won't mind that. That's high in the air, catches the call, but that's over the top. Another 6. What a show from Inzamam. Wow. This is turning out to be a game-changing over. After losing the second wicket, it was expected that the batters will be looking for another momentum to get back into the match, but what a counter-attack this is from Inzamam. I mean, suddenly the required run rate decreased back to 7.14 runs per over. It's again pretty much reachable. Fielders are making some plan, and definitely they should, because it is always important for them to take some time to find rhythm back into the game, knowing the fact that this has already been a very expensive over. 17 runs of this over so far. Last ball of this over coming up. Similar fielding setup. Inzamam, what have you got? Is he going to hit another one? He went for another one. There is an appeal for stumping, and the umpire went upstairs. We're gonna have a look. Abul Hossein, new bowler introduced to deliver the 15th over, pretty much later in the innings he has been introduced. He is another seamer for Laila Cricket Club. Three fielders in the offside region for him. So the plan should be bowling outside the off stump. Akash on strike. He bowls outside the off stump and easily driven away for a single. Akash was off to a quick fire start. He was almost batting at a strike rate of 200. But now he has decreased that one. He's now on 44 of 36 deliveries. That doesn't even matter though. Getting over the 150 mark and winning for your team is all that matters. But Inzamam here is turning out to be a monster. 16 of 5 deliveries. Deep covered, long off, in position for him. In the air, catches the call. Will it be taken? Big moment. It is taken. That's the wicket that they were looking for. Inzamam, he was looking really dangerous. Departs. And Ruslan'S Studio loses another wicket. It was way outside the off stump. The field setup was there for that. He hit the ball with just one hand, and as you can see, deep extra cover, long off. They were there to protect the ball, and an easy catch taken. Inzamam will hog departs after 16. It's 108 for 3. New batter, Rossi, the star of the show with the ball, with a hat trick. He's in the middle now, facing, taking his guard to face his first delivery against the pacer without wearing a helmet. Interesting to see what his intentions are. There's a big gap between deep point and long off. Slow delivery, good change of pace. Great bowling. Just don't give away more than 2 or 3 more runs in this over, and you will be right back into the match. That's outside the off stump. Wide delivery. Was looking for a wide Yorker. That was again a quicker one. Here he goes. Connects, but should just be a single. Akash is still there in the crease. He's on 44 of 36 deliveries. 6 runs short of his half century. That's high. Catches is a call. Will it be taken? Oh my word! What have you done? What have you done? That should have been taken. Just imagine Akash walking back to the pavilion and 2 new batters in the crease. The score would have been 110 for 4. It's all happening here. Laila Cricket Club just missed out the jackpot. Just 4 runs of this over. Good bowling. Half-hearted appeal. No response from the umpire. 15 completed. 111 for 3. Rajiv.
Is back into the attack. His last over was very expensive. Went for 70. Starts off with a long hop, and Akash pulls it away. I feel like he missed out on that. Should have found it there. Side. Rajiv is bowling to his field. He's got a leg side heavy field, and he's going to be targeting the stumps with this current field that he has.
Throughout the last couple of overs, the fielding side, Laila Cricket Club, they have been tempting the batters to go for the big ones and thus getting some crucial wickets. Last over there could have been another wicket of Akash. That catch drop can be very costly later in the game.
Rajiv coming back, I think he's looking a bit slow now. Firing it in fast, quick into the stumps, but now he's not offering the pace for the batsman to work with. I think he's come back with a different mindset, different plan. He pushed away to the deep cover field by Rossi. Brings the well said Akash to strike. They required 38 from 27 deliveries.
They're dealing with singles in this over. One more wicket. If it is Akash, then can definitely switch the momentum of the match. It's still anybody's game. Last ball of his spell coming up. Just a single. Apart from the third over, a brilliant spell from Rajiv. 16 overs completed, 115 for 3. Akib, 36 needed of last 4 overs. The run rate jumps onto 9 runs per over, the required run rate, and with 7 wickets in hand. Who would you prefer in this case?
Normally with Akash at the crease, who's a well set, and with 36 to get with 7 wickets in hand, I would always prefer the batting side.
Go straight. Should be taken. It is taken. Another one bites the dust.
It's Rossi pulled out. Looking to clear the boundary, but it was well bowled by Abul Hussain, who bowled it very wide outside the line of the off stump. Rossi, all he could do is get the toe end of the bat. If you look at the replay, it was very wide and hence didn't get requisite contact, although it carried almost all the way, but it just wasn't enough to beat the sweeper cover at long off.
The elevation was right, but the timing wasn't well enough. There was good bowling from Abu Hussain. It was a much slower delivery. And wickets are building up the pressure for Ruslan'S Studios.
the match is now getting very interesting because Ruslan'S studio at one
Shabash,
point
Abul!
was very dominant
Abul!
with 2 setbacks
Abul! Tor
going
plane
very
ball
well.
korli, tor plane
But
ball
all of a
korli.
sudden, they've lost 3 quick wickets at the space of about 25 runs. And all of a sudden, a couple of good overs.
Shabash, fine bhai.
Very difficult for Ruslan'S
Excellent
studio.
catch bhai.
The required run rate now is over 9 runs per over.
Exactly. They were 90 for 1. Then they lose 3 wickets in really quick successions. Tonu is the new batter in the crease. He's about to face his first delivery. Abul Hussain, he has been introduced very late in the innings. Probably he is known for death bowling.
Shabash, ball babu.
Once again, brilliant bowling. Another dot delivery. Another positive sign.
Yeah, bowling stump to stump with a new bat. You don't have to go for the order just yet. So, because he's new at the crease, he does not have any idea of the pace of the pitch. So, bowling it into the pitch is the right option against him. Wide outside the line of the off stump. There's an appeal for caught behind, but the umpire has given it not out. But once again, Abul Hussain is using his head. He's bowling
Abul!
wide outside the line of the off stump and keeping it away from the
Shabash,
reach.
shabash, Abul!
And all of a sudden, that required run rate has gone above 10. And it's all of a sudden, there's so much pressure on Ruslan'S studios.
Two is the call. They're running hard, but they're not going to get it. And look at their run rate as well. They are running at the run rate of 6.97 runs per over. It went over 8 at one stage, and it is now below 7. What an over this is turning out to be. Just 1 run so far and a wicket. Akash on strike now. 47 of 39 deliveries. Aerial, but safe. Just 1 run added to the board. Again, what an over this is.
He's taking pace off the ball is Abul Hussain. He's not looking to bowl quick. He knows that the pitch is very slow. Because the batsman going very hard at the ball. Taking the pace off is going to make it very difficult to hit boundaries at this point. And with the softer ball, it's going to come even less onto the bat.
Once again, brilliantly bowled. Just 2 runs of this over. Abul Hussain, 2 overs, 2 for 6. What a spell so far. 117 for 4.
This game now is going down to the wire with 34 required of the last 3 overs. As we can see, there has been a change of bats by Akash. So the question is, will it change his fortunes?
Gotta go big now. There's a proverb that fortune favors the brave. Hit some brave shots. Walid comes back into the attack. He has given away 13 runs in his first over. Very expensive. Ruslan'S studio will be hoping for something like that. A 13 or 14 run over can definitely shift the momentum back into their favor. Look at the required run rate, 11.33 now. It's exponentially getting higher.
Now, what will Walid's options gonna be? It's gonna be very interesting. Will he go for the wide delivery? Will he take pace of the ball?
Perhaps bowling on the stumps. 3 fielders in the leg side region, as you can see.
in the air. There's an opportunity for a catch. Very difficult running back. And Akash gets a couple of runs because of that drop catch, and he reaches his half century of 41 deliveries.
A very well compiled half century from Akash of 41 deliveries, nice and slow. But now he has got some more responsibilities. He needs to take his team back home.
No real celebrations from Akash because he knows that his team's win matters most than his half century. Picked up on towards the long on fielder. Under it and takes the catch. And that is the end of Akash. After scoring his half century, he has to depart. And Ruslan'S Studios lose their 5th wicket in trying to get a move on.
You got a feel for Akash. He's very disappointed with himself. He must be kicking himself. He went across the crease. He was eyeing the leg side region. He was probably expecting a leg side delivery because there is no deep point in position. But no, it was quite wide outside the off stump. Ultimately, he just got the elevation right, but no distance. So 2 new batters in the crease now. And Laila Cricket Club are now pretty much under control. Down the leg side, just a single taken.
Yeah, 2 new batters at the crease. It's going to be very difficult to find the boundary now. The pitch is very, because of the softer ball, it's become very difficult to hit boundaries all of a sudden.
Set there at the crease at the moment to find those boundaries. To Ruslan'S Studios' dismay, they don't have him.
Goes leg side, but just for a single. In my opinion, the wicket of Inzamam was a great turning point. He was looking well set, but he was playing too many risky shots, and he went out pretty much unnecessarily. The run rate was pretty much under control.
Yeah, but 3 phases back on the leg side. Will 1 run.
On strike, 2 of 5 deliveries. His mates should be expecting a 6. He swings hard, but he won't get more than a single.
And this was really, really good bowling from Wali. He went for the Yorker, went for the block hole, and Tonu could do nothing about it. After the end of 18 overs, it's 123 for 5, with 28 needed of the last 2 overs. All of a sudden, the game is going out of hand for Ruslan'S.
বাউন্ডারিটা সেভ করবি সবাইরে বলে দে বাউন্ডারি সেভ করবি আমর বাউন্ডারি সেভ করবি
Abu Hussain, the wicket taker, the economical bowler, comes back into the attack. Swings, catches the call. Oh dear, he's put that one down. Could have been another one. Both of the batters seem to be very much struggling in the crease. No one is getting a 4 or a 6.
Boundaries have really dried up, and Abu Hussein is taking pace off the ball and making it very difficult for both of the batters in the middle.
High, catch it is the call once again.
Keeper is getting under.
Takes it. And surely, Laila Cricket Club are getting to the verge of their victory. Look at the spell of Abul Hussein. What a spell this is turning out to be. 2.2 overs, 3 for 7.
His persistent plan of bowling wide outside the line of off stump has really worked. Keeps bowling it away from the range of the batters, hitting arc of the batter. All they can do is get the toe end of the bat and spill it in the air.
Sukumol comes to the crease. 124 for 6.
He's got no time to waste. Sukumul has to put back to ball right away. Has to go for those big shots because 27 is required of 10 deliveries.
But when you're facing someone like Abu Hussein, it's not so easy. He's changing his pace. He's bowling outside the line of off stump.
Yeah, the deep third man goes back, so this could be a quicker ball because he's putting deep third man back. So you might see a wide fast Yorker today. Yes, it was faster. A wide attempted Yorker, but it's gone to the boundary. It's hit away through the cover region. And finally a boundary after such a long time. And it's come from the bat of Sukumul. And that was much needed.
A much needed boundary indeed. We can see that there is no deep extra cover in position. There is no deep point either. So changing the field right now. We can see deep extra cover and long off. Deep cover as well. So 3 fielders in the offside region. Should be a slower delivery, I guess. It was. 2 is the call now. Should get it comfortably. Good throw, but they made it comfortably.
Good running from the 2 batters out there. They have to be running for everything now. With 8 deliveries remaining, they need at least 3 boundaries to stay in this game out of these 8 deliveries. So they have to be running for everything. And Abul Hussein, I think what the batsman could look to do is shuffle across through the offside because he's bowling everything outside the line of the off stump. Again, the shuffles, but still, it's still very wide for him, and he just doesn't make enough contact and ends up slicing it to deep point for a single.
20 needed now of 7 deliveries.
Yeah, I think the option is to go across the off stump because Abu Hussein is bowling it very wide. So to keep it in that hitting arc, I think Sukumul has to go across. He does go across and scoops it over the fine leg fielder for a boundary, and that ends the over, which wheels 11 runs and just about keeps Ruslan'S Studios in the game. Now they require 17 of the last over. That was such a clever shot from Sukumul.
He believes. Sukumul believes. Ruslan'S Studio believes as well.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I think on this pitch, the batting probably both the teams missed out on playing some cheeky shots because these shots are very, very effective, especially when the big shots are not coming. The scoops and the reverse, the ramps are so effective.
Here in the shortest format of the game, you have to be very cautious. You have to learn to play shots all around the park. That's what Sukumul does. And somehow the game is still alive. Good bowling from Abu Hussein, but he gives away 11 runs.
Tono is on strike, who's really struggled so far. He's only got 5 from 8 deliveries. He hasn't been able to hit the boundaries. So what he can do, yes, he has to swing for the Rivers, but he has to make sure that he makes contact because Shukubul needs to get the strike with 17 required of the last 6 deliveries. So Tonu has to make contact over here.
They are running hard. They are running hard for the second. They get second comfortably. No, the umpire went upstairs. We're gonna have a check.
I think this is very tight. I think the batsman just about made it. My first impression was, but it's been sent to the third umpire, and this is becoming a very tight finish and a real cliffhanger of the match.
Yes, he made it.
Yes,
But
my guess was right. He just about made it.
good thing for Laila Cricket Club right now is that Tonu is still on strike. They won't mind it as long as Tonu starts hitting 4 and 6s like Insamam or his partner.
Required of the last 5 deliveries. They need an over boundary here. Bring contentions.
Deep mid wicket, long on, long off. No timing. They're still running. And direct hit would have been a very good result, but he couldn't get that. Just a single in the end.
I think Ruslan'S studio will because Sukumul is back on strike because he's been the one who's hit a couple of boundaries in his 3 deliveries. So he needs to take strike for the last 4 deliveries here. They require 14 runs, and this delivery has to go to the boundary if Ruslan'S Studios wants to stay in the game.
Yorker. Excellent.
That was a seriously good executed Yorker right in the block hole, and Tonu could do nothing about it.
Three deliveries remaining.
I think now
That's gone for 6.
That's gone for 6, and it wasn't above the waist. It's a signal
It's
for
a
no
no.
ball. And that is serious damage done. What has the bowler done?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that has completely changed the complexion of the game.
The bowler seems to be not happy with the call.
I think it was a fair call. It was just above the waist.
But what a shot that is. Using the pace of the ball.
All of a sudden they need just 6 runs of the last 3 deliveries, and now it is certainly 50-50 in favor of both teams.
This is the game of cricket for you. Batters have been rewarded 7 runs.
Well, it looks like there has been a bit of confusion whether it's a no ball or not. and the umpires are gathering to have a chat. Looks like that there's still indecision among two teams.
And the batsmen are waiting. And it's been called a no ball. So Ruslan'S studio now requires 6 runs of the last 3 deliveries. And what a game it has been. It's been an absolute cliffhanger of a game. Everyone in the gallery and in the dugout is biting their nails off.
Reminds me of the game between India and Pakistan in the T20 World Cup 2022 when Nawaz bowled a no ball.
It was a seriously costly no ball, and Virat Kohli took full advantage by hitting a 6.
Something happened here. Can the game turn around?
6 required of the last 3 deliveries. It's anyone's game from here. Goes for the scoop, but doesn't make contact, but they cross over for a leg by Dastonu. And that takes the equation to 5 required of 2 deliveries. Now, Ruslan'S studio has to hit 1 boundary to secure this game, or else. 5 required of the last 2 deliveries. Now, Sukumul comes back on strike. He scored 10 of 5 deliveries. And Walid is just about to bowl.
What have you got, Walid?
Shuffles across, but bowls a very good wide Yorker, does Walid, and Sukumul could do nothing about it. But they're running for their life. They're running for 2, and they just about make it. Which takes the equation to 3 required of 1 delivery.
Drama.
All 3 results are possible here. A win for Ruslan'S studio, a win for Laila Cricket Club, or even a tie, or maybe a super over.
Drama. Drama over here at Pubargao Kriya Shikha Pratishthan. What a match we are witnessing here. Just to remind you that this is the first of the 2 games of the day. We have got 1 more game remaining. And we are not done yet into the last ball of this innings.
With all 3 results possible here. And we're loading up for the last ball of the match with 3 required. And Walid, the batsman misses, Sukumul misses, and Walid ends up executing and executes a win for Laila Cricket Academy. And what a win it has been! Ruslan'S studio have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They were well within the target. They were 90 for 1 at one stage. The game was well in their hands. But in the end, it's Laila Cricket Club who secure a win by just 1 run, by the barest of margins. What a win, what a game we have had. And it's Laila Cricket Academy who comes out as victors.
Absolute drama. What a game this is. It came down to the last ball, the very last ball of the innings. Unfortunately for Sukumul, he couldn't time the ball at all. The ball kept low, and fortunately for the bowler, only 1 run taken of the last delivery of the innings.
This is what T20 cricket is about. This is what the format was invented for excitement. And boy, did we have excitement today.
Anyways, a game is a game, and there is always going to be a winner and a loser. The players are celebrating, they're shaking hands, and we've got one more game remaining, coming up in a very short while.
Stay tuned for the second game of the day.
Good afternoon, folks. What a match we have got here today. Till the very last delivery of the innings, we couldn't choose a winner. Now it's presentation time, and I have got Inzamamul Haq, who is going to hand over. Let's have a few words, Abul Hussein. I would like to ask you just one question. You came in the crease very later in the game. Can you explain why?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি ক্রিকেট খেলা তো গোলবলের খেলা, আসলে বলা যায় না কে জিতে। তো ওই মানে এই খেলাটা এরকম ছিল যে টানটানা, যে এরা জিতবে। তো আসলে যারা মাঠে ভালো খেলে তারাই জিতবে। তো ইনশাল্লাহ আমরা লাস্ট পর্যন্ত খেলাটা ধরে রাখছিলাম, বিদায় হয়তো আমাদের পক্ষে ফেভার করছে। তো ইনশাল্লাহ ওনারা, রুসলানও খুব ভালো টিম এবং ভালোভাবে ক্রিকেট খেলছে। তো ওনাদের হয়তো ফেভার করে না, আমাদের ফেভার করছে, এই জন্য হয়তো আমরা লাকিলিভাবে জিতে গেছি। আর বিশেষ করে হচ্ছে আমি আমার বোলিংয়ের ব্যাপারটা নিয়ে বলতে চাই, হচ্ছে আসলে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কেউ না কেউ হয়তো কোনো দিন না কারো ভালো হবেই। তো ইনশাল্লাহ আমি আজকে আসলে আমার হয়তো দিন ছিল, এই জন্য হয়তো আমি আজকে ভালো করছি, যার কারণে হয়তো ম্যান অফ দ্য ম্যাচ হতে পারছি। তো ইনশাল্লাহ সবাইকে থ্যাংক ইউ, সবাই ভালো থাকবেন।
এটা কি টিম প্ল্যান ছিল যে আপনি পরে বোলিং করতে আসবেন, নাকি আপনি শুরুতে কেন আসলেন না?
না, অ্যাকচুয়ালি টিমের যে রুল, এই রুল হিসাবে তো খেলা হয়। তো আমার এই টিমের রুল হচ্ছে আমি পুরান বলে ভালো বল করি। তো এই জন্য হয়তো আমার টিমের ম্যানেজমেন্ট বা আমার টিমের ক্যাপ্টেন যারাই আছে তারা হয়তো আমাকে পুরান বলের জন্য 10 ওভার পরে আমার সব সময় আর কি চুজ করে। তো ওই হিসাব করে আমাকে 10 ওভার পরে বোলিংয়ে আনা।
Thank you so much, Abul Hussein. 3 for 18 in his 3 overs. And that's what we have got for the presentation ceremony.
আমি লাগাইতেছি ওটা না।